Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, my neighbors. It is great to see all of you. It's always good to come on here and just talk to the community. I want to welcome y'all to the our first 2026 meeting in Camp Spring of the Camp Spring Civic Association. I see some familiar faces on here, and I see some brand new people that's welcoming to the community. And I want to thank y'all for showing up. My name is Delonte Harrison. I'm the president of the Camp Spring Civic Association, and I want to welcome you to this meeting. Um, we are looking forward to the opportunity to hold on to our community meetings. But we want to take us this solemn moment to remember the a lot of our leaders, community leaders, have passed on. So we want to send out give them a moment of silence. We lost of we lost Pastor Barrows over there in Central Baptist Church of Camp Springs. We lost Tina Green, Ron Harris. These are great community leaders that help support us along the way. And we want to give them a moment of silence because they truly, truly will be missed. And many more in the community. All right. I want to thank y'all. Our mission too is still to remain to keep the Camp Springs a vibrant, safe, clean, and connected place to live. That's my goal. We want to keep it rocking and rolling around here. Before I get started, I want to get some things out of the way. I want to give the if we have our cops officers, Corporal Thomas or Miller, are y'all here? Give a crime report.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year. This is Corporal
Happy New
Thomas.
Year. How you doing,
I
Corporal
go.
Thomas?
Hey, thanks for letting me go first before the legend Miller, because
Oh yeah.
he always showing out. So, but I'm gonna give y'all a brief crime report from the District 5 side.
Okay.
So we did have it's not exactly in the Camp Springs. It's probably like one or two activities. I start with activities in Camp Springs. It was a couple of theft from autos in which the suspect made unlawful entry into the vehicle, stole tools out the vehicles, and the other vehicle they stole the rear tags. So they slowly but surely picking it back up on the theft from autos. Um, outside, all right. So in the Camp Springs community, we did have one homicide, which is a closed case. I'm not sure if I could report a lot. Y'all probably saw it on the news, in which the suspect, the son, I guess the husband was taking one of the kids to school and came back home, found his wife suffering from a gunshot to the head, and believed the suspect was the son, who was later apprehended. All right, outside of that, outside of the neighborhood, we had one, two, three, four, five. We had five stolen vehicles. And this time it was random. It was like a Acura was stolen, a Chevy pickup, a Lexus, a Tahoe, and a Accord. So no, it wasn't just Hondas and Kias this time. So please definitely lock up y'all vehicles, take everything out. We did had one reported carjacking on Spring Street. It's a little bit outside of Camp Springs. Four unknown suspects displayed a weapon and took the victim's vehicle. And majority of these events happened in December. For the new year, it was only a stolen vehicle and a theft from auto reported.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate your report.
No
We
problem,
go.
sir.
Yes, sir. We appreciate your time. You're taking off and going to the legendary himself, the legend. Go ahead. Don't shake your head.
Good evening and happy New Year. I'm
Good
Corporal Miller from Community Engagement Unit from the Oxon Hill Station, District 4. Excuse me for saying division.
Yes, right.
Okay, we got a couple things that's been going on. Starting from last month, from the 13th, we had a citizen armed robbery in the 7,000 block of Allentown Road, which the detectives are handling an investigation. We had a another citizen armed robbery on the 12th of that month on the 5700 block of Old Branch Avenue, which the detectives are still handling that incident. Um, we had a couple of stolen vehicles, um, which technically is not really in Camp Springs area, but they consider that over there off Stamp Road and Beach Road area. Um, so that comes up underneath our area. And we had a stolen vehicle in the 6800 block of Ashley Crossing Court. Now, on the other hand, we had one breaking and entering on the 4th of this month, 2026, 5700 block of Linda Lane. Several theft from autos on the 3rd in the 4500 block of St. Bonvis. And that's pretty much so far what we had so far from last month to this year.
Thank you so much, Corporal. That's enough.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
That's enough.
Any crime is a little bit too much.
Yes, enough. That is enough. All right. We don't have the trust report, but we're gonna get right. Thank you. I want to thank you both officers. This is a little different tonight. I'm talking to the people tonight. My community, I just want to say this, right? We as a people, and it's the Camp Springs Civic Association, we need the community support. I've been to more civic associations in Clinton and Hillcrest Heights, all over. I've been to all their meetings, and they are aging out. All the civic associations, all the people that's doing the hard work are older people. And I want everybody to chime in and to give me some opinions. But we need to figure out a way how to make our civic association the best, the strongest, and so we can show the rest of them how to do it. Because what's happening is they're aging out, and I need to figure out a way, and I need your help to figure out a way how are we going to bridge this gap to get the youth involved, to get people involved, and get the information out. Because I can't do it. We can't do it by ourselves. We holding the association together as we can, but we need people to be involved, to get to boots on the ground, to brainstorm, to come up with ideas. I mean, we're doing the work to try to keep our government serving us. We're doing the work to make sure that our police officers we have a good relationship with them so we can be served and take care of our communities. But it takes more than just a few. We need more people to get involved. And so I would love to open up. Before I do that, we sent out a survey, a flyer of things. We sent out a survey in the community, and the people saying, hey, wish we had robocalls and flyers and things of that nature, but those things cost money. We are a community-based organization. We're not funded by anyone. We're funded by ourselves, our time, and our money to make our community stronger. We're different than any HOAs. We're not governed by any of those things that they got going on. We run our community. We don't have we're not obligated where you 501c3 where you have some of them that they can't talk about their government or something like that. We're not like that. We can talk about our government. We ask them to do what we need to be done, need things that needs to be done. And we need more people. And so people saying flyers and this was coming back from the survey, flyers and robocalls, which costs money. You know, they want a community day, which costs money and people. There's things on here that they want more administrative skills, as far as a website and things of that nature that cost money and people. So everyone has a skill. There's no one, even if there's no one who doesn't have a skill that they can provide to help out in this community. But it's going to take us. We are the legs of this movement. And I'm calling out to I need people to get involved. I need people to to help out in any little way they can. I know everybody don't have no money. I just got a job last week. Thank God I just got a job last week. I've been out of work for like 6 months, so I understand how it is when tight with money. But I'm open up the floor because I want to hear some ideas tonight from the community. This is your meeting tonight. People saying, "Well, this person don't listen to me. That person." Well, I'm listening. I want to hear what you got to say. So if your hand is up or whatever, unmute yourself and give me some ideas of what we need to do or what can you do to help. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Somebody just come on and the one who wants to say nothing. See, this is one of the things that really, I've been in so many meetings and I hear when somebody say, "Well, the cops don't come on my block. The cops they let this guy sell drugs over here." And then when I stand up and say, "Ma'am, you absolutely right. Why don't you be the block captain and we can coordinate with the police officer?" I ain't got time for that. But why complain? What's the point of complaining? Somebody got their hand up. Go ahead, Miss P iPhone. Unmute yourself. I see the hand up, but we're not. I don't know if they muted or whatever. But we need people to get involved. Anybody have any ideas of what we're gonna do to make our community better? Because if we wait around for people to do for us, they'll never get to us. Everyone's distracted. We are the community. We got to do it for ourselves. If not, we just might as well fold up and let everything just fall apart. But I'm not standing for that. If I gotta do it myself, I'm not standing there. Oh, unmute them, John. Thank you, ma'am.
Hi, sorry.
Yes, there we go.
Um,
Right, there you go.
I wanted to go back to what you were talking about as far as how to get the young people involved.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a way that we can offer them community service hours?
We do. We give them service hours when we do the cleanups, but that's once in a while. But I need them to be involved far as
Exactly. I'm because what I'm thinking about are skills that they might need, like leadership skills or working in a group, learning a budget, those kind of things that the school would think was a good thing for them. If we can get them involved in not just cleanup, but in some of the things that the association does, or like I know I saw online that somebody had asked about mentors. And
yes.
even if they worked with some of the folks in the community, say like they want to be a plumber, let's just example. If they want to be a plumber and we got a plumber in the community, how about let's hook them up?
I agree with that. One of the things that I was trying to do, I'm gonna get with our school board member. I wanted to, but the schools are so funny now. I wanted to have electricians and plumbers, whoever know how to work with their hands, to have like to go into the schools and have like a career day or
Yeah.
have them show them, hey, this is a hammer, this is have you ever held one? This is what pipes do. This is how you put the pipes together. Have them show them what that is. But I think what's happening is that the schools are so locked down and they have so many that red tape in place. Even I got to
Hmm.
go through so many levels before I even get into the school. I
But we
can't
can
take.
also do that in in these meetings. We can, if we can get them community service hours or some kind of reason to attend meetings that we hold. We don't
Mhm.
need the school. We can do it in the community. We can
Right.
just have them come. And then when they respond or their parents respond, we say, bring your parent, come to this meeting, and this is going to be the topic. And that way we get the parent and the kids.
I'll agree with that. But one of the things I've been to a lot of the community meetings. We had one here at Camp Springs Baptist Church or over here, and the parents didn't come. They only come to the school. I'm also in the school board. I'm at the PTA meetings that they have at the school. The parents don't come. It's amazing. It's amazing. The parents don't show up.
Then maybe we need to go a level deeper, because that's another topic that has been a community thing, is that parents need mentors.
That is
Parents
that
need
is true.
know how to get things done. They need to know how to participate in the community. They need to, when they're having problems with the kids, they need to, it's a village. Let's get the village.
Right. You're right. Let me bring somebody else. Go, Miss Wigfall. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening.
Um, I like the idea of us having to bring in the next generation. However, I think we have to go get them. Now, I know we've had a lot of partnerships with the local churches and folks in the area, but I think we need to, for example, maybe we can talk to Mr. Barrows and someone else in leadership. Perhaps we can offer internships, and one of the rotations would be to have the students intern with some of the civic associations. Therefore, they can learn leadership skills. If they do, let's just say a 52-week or 6-month rotation, something like that, then maybe Mr. Barrows would be open to bringing them in the Maryland offices, the Maryland administrative offices, or something. I mean, for younger people, in my experience, their first thought is, well, what's in it for me?
Right.
Well, then this is what's in it for you. You will have an opportunity to intern, learn skills, learn how to run a civic association, and then you're going to transfer those skills perhaps and work in the congressman's office. I don't know, Mr. Barrows' office, the county office. I don't know. I'm just trying to, brainstorm to try to figure out. We have to go get them, go to the schools, when they have assemblies in the school for whatever events they have. You have that's the audience right there. So we have
Right.
to go get them. Because obviously they're not going to come to us. So we got to go in the communities and get them.
Yeah, we have to. I can figure out how to do that. There's usually the meetings at the end. We have, because when we do things, we try to do it on community things. We try to do it on the times that people can come together. So that's why you see the cleanups on Saturday. There are a lot of things on Saturday because people work and
Right.
people have kids and families and things that they take care of their parents and all that stuff. So we try to try to make it a fair space for people to come together. Um, Sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't. I mean, one time we had a cleanup. We had so many kids. We need more parents to come in and chaperone. And then we changed one day from like a Saturday to a Sunday, and we barely got anyone. So
Yeah.
it's just we got to try to it's that balance.
Well, what I'm suggesting is, it doesn't even have to be that detailed. I'm thinking for an internship, they could, if we have some type of program allocated for them, and of course we'd have to get approval to do all this.
Right.
But whatever, just say whatever we're lacking on this civic association, whether it be marketing, whether it be I don't know, event planning, we could have them use that internship to give us, to fill in those gaps that we need. And then they can transfer those skills. They could work alongside with you, be a deputy president, I don't know,
Yes, I definitely
vice
would love that.
president or something. Use those skills and then transfer them. Edward Burrow seems to be very open to working with the next generation. I'm pretty sure he could come up with they may even have an office or something in there that after having completed, they might
Right.
want to start with Temple Camp Springs.
Of course, this is backyard.
Yeah, and just maybe have a rotation type. I don't know too many youth that are maybe interested that wouldn't be open to do that. That's all.
Okay, I thank you so much. I'm gonna reach out and see what he has, any ideas that he has. But I'm gonna get to you guys. You guys are most important
Great.
at
Thank
this
you.
moment because he's very busy. Thank you so much for your information. All right, I see Tyrone with his hand up. Tyrone, are you there? I guess he's not there. Yeah, so I'll reach out. I'm gonna try to reach out to Barrows. I know he's very busy all around the county, and he's doing a lot of things that trying to do what he can do. But also, you guys who on the line, you have skills too. I mean, I can't even get block captains. I can't even get. I mean, we need block captains for people to let other people know about the civic association. I need everyone to talk about the civic association. Let people come on and join. We got to try to build up basically have a campaign. We need a campaign to support our community. I mean, that's just how that's what we got to do. We got to get on our p's and q's, or else we're gonna age out. We're gonna because it's hard for me to get people to join me because they either they're afraid, too busy, or they interested but not that much interested, or they say they're coming and they don't come. It's all back and forth. I need to know what you guys think what we gonna do.
Can you hear me now? This is Tyrone. Can you
How
hear
you
me
doing,
now?
Tyrone? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing, sir? Happy New Year.
Same to you. Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you.
Melvin Smith was on there. He's a barber, and he was interested in teaching young people barber,
Okay.
and he wants to open up I guess a mentor class where they can come and learn how to cut hair.
Okay.
And he wants to get into schools as well. So, and I'm also trying to reach out to Burroughs in reference to that, because that's something that he's very much interested in. And I think that was a good idea. I go get my hair cut from him, and we were just sitting there talking, and that's something he wanted to do. I said, man, I work with the youth in my church,
Hmm.
and this is something that I thought would be outstanding for them to learn how to cut hair. They get a
I think so
trade.
too.
They're learning a skill, and you can't beat that.
Right. They learn the skill, patience, and how to communicate to one another.
Oh yeah,
That's a
it's
skill that
definitely communication. They definitely learn how to communicate besides that phone.
right. That's what does barbering is so important because you having a conversation with one man to another man, and you're taking your time honing onto your skills, and you create a bond like that. As men need that. The barbershop was where the first place I learned how to respect women. That's the first place I learned. I saw how they was talking. A woman walked in, and the whole shift atmosphere changed. And I was like, "Oh, okay." The
We ain't
women,
supposed to tell our secrets.
hey, because hey,
It's the truth, though. It's the
it's the
truth.
truth. The women, because that's the respect, and men, and I learned that from you. I learned that okay, the women have respect for the women whenever you're around, and I carry that all on to to the right now. So we can. I would love to do that, if Mrs. Smith.
Well,
Because we
Melvin
can.
said he was on earlier. He must have had a client came in, so he off.
Okay.
But I'm going to let him know that I did bring it up in a meeting,
Yes.
and
And maybe maybe reach out to me. You can everybody can have my number. It's if you
if
have a
I don't, I
pen,
get it from John.
yeah, yeah, definitely do that. But
Okay.
anybody else who wants it is 202-956-5036. Because it's us. This is our community. This is our streets. This is our neighborhood. If we don't do something, or we don't pour into it, people just gonna it's gonna be trashy. Nobody's gonna come here, and then we're gonna be looking like why we have no services. It's up to us.
Yeah. So are we going to go back to having National Night Out, or
So yes, well, National Night Out, it costs money, and it costs time and people. We did this when I came here in the when I came here on in the community. I volunteered, and then we was like, yeah, let's we came up with the idea. Let's have the Camp Springs meetup, which was awesome. I went out and I went out and touched a lot of people. We had a great time, but we only had a handful of people, and it was so busy. You know, we had people out there, but it was so busy. We needed more people to manage different things, different areas, and so I barely missed it because I only remember little bits. I see pictures like I was there because I was just moving back and forth, helping where help is needed. So we can do that, but it takes planning, it takes money, and it takes commitment and time. And that's what I'm trying. It's hard to find in the community. Everybody wants to live here, but nobody want to work to stay here. I don't understand. We live here. We got to take care of our streets, and it's so easy. Just take care of your blocks. You know, walk your blocks, know your neighbors. All my neighbors on my block know my name. They have my number, just like you guys have. Everybody has my number. Okay, we got a few hands up. All right, let me. I'm gonna go to next. Go ahead, Miss Sheila. M.
Yes, can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening. Good
Good
evening.
evening. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year's to you all as well. I have a question. So I know we're talking about the money, and we always know the money is always a problem. But what
Mhm.
about I know we're the residents and we have a vested interest in this neighborhood and in this community. But what about the businesses? What about
Well,
the local businesses and stuff? Like how involved can they get or help out, like maybe donating something for free? Well, go ahead. I'm sorry, you're going to answer.
no. That's a great question. So Allentown, well, let me tell you, Allentown Pharmacy on Allentown Road. He's
Mhm.
he's he's always with the Camp Spring Civic Association. But
Right.
what's happening is you have these corporations who own. I'm thinking like the Giant and they own these little spots with the Seven
Mhm.
Elevens and stuff are. They don't really they're not really into the community thing. It's all about grabbing the cash but not really do anything for the community. And I find that's distasteful.
It that is it's distasteful, and I would think, like, I understand as a corporation they wouldn't want to be involved, but the managers of that particular, like you said, the Giant on Allen, and I know I believe you. I'm not doubting you,
Yeah,
but I'm thinking, maybe their mindset needs to change because the manager of the Giant on Allentown Road, the manager of the CVS, all of those businesses that I remember back when I moved here a few years ago used to have issues with the kids coming over from Crossland and having whatever. Like they should have a vested interest in the community too, because the safety of their stores also matters. So if we
it
all
does.
partner together, that would make a lot of sense. So
I
the
think I think it's
managers not getting involved, it doesn't make sense. The managers of those stores not getting involved doesn't make any sense.
I don't think it's the manager's fault problem. I think it's the corporate coming down on the
Okay.
managers.
Okay.
Because I was out in front of the Giant and I remember walking in and the lady walked past me and she was like, I gotta tell them to move. She had to go tell the Girl Scouts to move from in front of the store because
Yeah.
management called.
No, I believe you.
It's
No,
all
I
about them. It's all about that money and taking from us anyway, taking our money, but now giving back into the community, and that's so
yeah.
frustrating because if all the businesses just did a little bit, we'll be great. I wanted to come up with a card like a discount card for all the residents who's civic association and get
Right.
the businesses to buy into that so we can get like discounts when we go places. Show our little civic association card,
Right.
but it can't get no one to get with it.
Yeah.
They feel like they're gonna lose.
Right.
Okay.
And I think
Hey,
also, if I'm sorry, if I may make one more quick
wait.
point, I'll be off.
You good.
We also maybe need to take a look at, maybe there's a success story somewhere. I don't know if it's be locally or in another state or whatever. I'm saying that because I have a community outreach group with the job that I have within the federal government. And
Mhm.
sometimes what we do is we look at what works somewhere else. So maybe we can gain some new ideas, some fresh ideas that maybe we're not thinking of. Because to ask us this question tonight, it's something to make us think about it, but it's not a question that I don't necessarily believe can be answered all in one night. So maybe I can do research and look at some
I,
models of
I,
some
yes, ma'am. I
places
appreciate that.
where it would work, or where places where something like this has worked for them, like a civic association has been successful, and take a look at what they did
Yes,
to
ma'am.
make it successful. So I will take on the research to do that.
I appreciate that because that would help us give us a point. And if you can't find anyone out there,
Mhm.
let all of us lead. We
Okay.
started. Maybe we started. We ain't got to
Right.
worry about what everybody else doing. We can do it ourselves.
Right. Right.
I
Okay.
appreciate that. Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go to next to Miss Kim's. You got unmute yourself. Miss Kim's, you there? I see you with your hand up. Oh, I see Melvin Smith in the back. Miss Kim's. Well, anyway, while she's doing that, I think that's a great idea. I think if we try to find out what other communities are doing, we can incorporate that. Because I went to Greenbelt Civic Association and their meetings, and I was shocked to see how what they were talking about. They weren't talking about crime. They weren't talking about no stolen cars. They weren't talking about that. You know what they were talking about? They were talking about money, how they're getting dividends from stuff that they invested in. I was like, I'm like, hold on. You mean they invest in they as a group investing in something and getting dividends? I was so surprised and shocked. I was so shocked. So now I'm telling you, we thinking on we're not thinking like everybody else is thinking. We need to open our minds up and see what other people are doing. And that's why one of the reasons what I'm trying to do is I can't tell you just yet, but I'm trying to bring us together in many different ways so that we can be taken care of and making sure that our kids and our properties and all that stuff taken care of. I'm just making sure that we come together because it's going to take all of us to get things together. Miss Cams, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my
Yes, ma'am.
goodness, I have
Happy
no
New
idea
Year.
how I did that.
That's
Okay.
fine.
I've actually been active with this organization, wow, for quite a while. I would say probably 10 years or so.
Mhm.
I used to live in Clinton and I moved over to Temple Hills into a relative's house. But um, when I first joined, the meetings were held at the local school, and
Yes.
it was very large,
Yes.
and there was a quite a lot going on actually in discussions with the what's happening in the neighborhoods and so forth. I'm not sure how and when that started to sort of deteriorate. As we went along, I um, after a while I noticed the meetings were small, and then the infamous COVID hit, and everything sort of fell apart at that point. So we actually were a pretty active
Oh
um,
yeah.
organization, and so forth. And I really couldn't tell you what has happened, since then, and why there's a decline in the number of people who are active. But from what I'm hearing here, um, it seems like before we go off and start internships and mentorships and things like that. And I actually work for a church, and believe me, working with young kids under 18, whew, that's a hard thing to do nowadays. You have to have all types of certifications, and just people have to be vetted and things like that. So it does
Right.
get to be complicated. But it sounds to me like we sort of need to kind of build a foundation first. And I hear you asking folks like, hey, we need to start strategically planning so
Yes.
that we can get to that point where we can get together and start to say, hey, we have enough people working here, and we can maybe have a committee that works with, internships or things like that, or trying to get, young people's interested and so forth. But it feels like we need to actually like format some type of foundation to go forward. When I did do the survey, I completed the survey, and I sent it in, and I actually put some things on there that I do and so forth. I also paid my dues. Hey,
Hey,
um,
we need that money.
no problem. Yeah. Now, the only thing is, I never heard back from anybody, so I'm not sure. We know what happened with the communications there, and that may be something. The first thing we kind of touch bases with, so that people don't they kind of know what they're doing,
Okay.
and so forth. And I have no problem helping with that, by the way. So I'm actually putting my I'm volunteering if there are things that I do work, but I work with a lot of other organizations too, so I don't mind helping with something like that. If you need people to
Yes.
work with communications, even with websites and things like that,
Yes,
I
we
do.
definitely need that. Because we the person we have thank you so much. The person that we have April, we are running her ragged.
I'm
And
sure.
she's because she's trying to do everything and I mean yeah, I mean, I mean what I say? And we run her no, I mean
No,
it's April
she's just
Angel. Angel, I
overwhelmed.
think
I get it.
we run her ragged.
Sure.
And she's so great. but yet she's trying to do so much and taking on. She just
Sure.
sent me some stuff earlier. Now,
Sure.
back to the schools. When I came in 2017 is when I first went to the meetings. They were in the school, and it was packed.
Mhm.
It was packed. I think what happened was the school started changing, and they
Mhm.
started charging
Ah,
fees that we couldn't keep up with.
wow.
And then COVID came, and then we try to get back into, because when you have a home, that's one thing about the civic association. We have a home, we can build on that, because then everybody knows where we are, where
Mhm.
we can come get information, where we can post things. Everybody know where we meet. I don't have to keep telling you that. I just say, "Where we got a meeting," and everybody knows. But we don't have that anymore. And so what happened was we tried to use the Zoom to try to get people to keep everyone
Gotcha.
together. And we try to go to the churches. We try to go to halls and things of that nature, but all those things still cost money. And when how would you rent a place out and you barely have people coming? You're gonna pay that bill, but you're gonna have an empty
Mhm.
hall. So that's why we got to have our own. One of the things we tried to do was over there where the car wash was, where they tried to build a car wash over there, Allentown and
Mhm.
Allentown Road. We wanted to see if we can commission, like, get some money to build like some type of building there, so we can have a room there for our meetings. But it was some things people try to. There was some paperwork and some things going on, and they got this car wash, and we had to fight. They tried to get some car wash. We've been fighting. They tried to put a car wash there illegally. We had to go in and like, no, y'all ain't supposed to, no car wash here. We had to go down here further down the way, and they trying to had a proposal to put up some townhomes down here. It was like, oh, y'all ain't doing that. Y'all can create more traffic. So we've been in the community fighting to
Oh.
try to get things done in the community. Um, we just need people. We just need people to get little jobs done. Like you said, help with the website. Definitely we need help with that,
Mhm.
because we're trying to uh everyone is trying to put their hands in, but and then hands in this little box that we trying to stuff information in. We gotta take stuff out. We don't. It's really we don't. We're a community. Everybody has a home. They going to work. I mean, and we just trying to make it the best way we can. But this civic association is the most. Let me tell you something about. Let me tell y'all something about. I've been around. Like I told you, I've been around a lot of civic associations, DC, in Maryland, Montgomery County, Clinton, further out. I've been to a lot of I've been to a lot of civic associations, and you know what they always say? Camp Springs is always the leader. When we walk in, they say they go Camp Springs, and I want to keep that feeling. I want y'all to understand when we walk in, they say, oh, they go Camp Springs here. Any meeting or anything, they always say, oh, Camp Springs here, because
Mhm.
that's who we are. We are the leaders of a community. We have the lowest crime. Even I heard the crime report, but we had the lowest crime in our surrounding areas. Our streets are cleaner than everyone else, because we try to maintain them ourselves. We keep good relationships with our county leaders and all that. We try to make sure that we stay involved, because we are a member based organization, and we need people to keep it running. And I want to be proud. I live here. I want to be proud. I want to walk around and say, oh, you don't live in Camp Springs? You know how many people I have moved to Camp Springs? At least about 4 or 5 people moved here, because I said, man, you ever been to Camp Springs? Oh, come check it out. We got the best. We have the best. I don't want to hear about, oh, Camp Springs. No, Camp Springs the best. You come here, this is the best. We're working on trying to get more businesses here to elevate us up. We just trying to do everything, but it takes people. We have meetings to go to, and all we need is just people to go to the meetings, who's home during the day or whatever, and go to those meetings and just report back what you heard, so we can have a better understanding of what's going on. It's not really that hard. Just need a little bit of your time.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well,
Yes. I'm just trying.
yeah.
Yeah. I thank you for that. We just trying to get. We just trying to.
Yeah.
If you're gonna help, I appreciate it. We definitely need it.
Well, I definitely am volunteering. So
Yeah.
I did send it on my survey, but I'm not sure if we need to have another way to, for you to know who wants to volunteer.
Yes, ma'am. If you could, like I said, we don't have that many people dealing
Okay.
with the IT stuff. If you can,
Okay.
I think you put your name in the chat. I think it's being monitored. If you can put your name and stuff in the chat, I think we can get back to you and go ahead and get you involved in what's going on.
Okay. I'll do that then.
I appreciate it. Cass Springs appreciate it.
Sure. Not a problem. Love
Yes,
it. Love it
ma'am.
here. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Tyrone, I see you have your hand up. You have something else?
Yeah, I'm going to talk to John at Topolino's, and I know he would be willing to participate and donate something or even money if possible. I'm also going to talk to the manager at Giant and S&W Liquors and see what I can get from them
Okay.
in reference to participating in the community. Like you said before, they're taking but not giving anything back.
Well, they taking a lot. Y'all see that? Yeah, they taking a lot.
So Melvin was just on, but he's out again. But they kicked me out for some reason, but I had to get back in. So I'm back in. So I'm going to get Melvin to reach out to you in reference to the barbershop. As his barbershop is in Clinton.
Okay. Yeah, because if we work together and we can make sure that kids learn the skill, we can give them they can learn the skill, get their hours, and just make sure
Community
that
hours.
yeah,
Yeah.
get their community hours. And I was also this is an idea that I had. I was talking with Crossland. I was trying to get the Crossland over there. I was wanted them to come through the Civic Association, go to and their barber there. I think they have a barber or a cosmetology department over there.
Right.
I wanted them to connect through the Civic Association to the senior centers and then give free haircuts over there because now the kids can learn and you have seniors over there where they can hear. It's nothing like an older. Let me tell you something. The older generation has so much knowledge, so much education, so much wisdom to give away. It's not even funny.
I agree with that 100%.
It's not even funny. They are so enriched with so much knowledge. Just things of tying your shoes, how to put on a bow tie. That's worth more. That's worth more than gold to a young person who don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to get my fingerprinting done next week so that I can go into volunteer at different schools because now you have to have your fingerprinting done
I
before you
know.
can go
Yes.
inside the school to volunteer. And I did it for many years, but when all my kids graduated, I didn't need to do that. And
Right.
working with Can Free Association, I mean, I was the cook for all the hot dogs at the time, so.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to get my fingerprinting done that way I can get back into some of these schools, especially Potomac and Crossland. Definitely one of the two on my list because the young people are lost.
Yes, and it's our responsibility.
Yes,
It's
it is.
nobody else's responsibility. It's our responsibility. It was taught to you. You must carry that on. That's a burden. That's a burden we have to carry. It's our responsibility. I don't care. It's our responsibility to curb the youth. We've been taught. It's in us. All right. I see. All right. I'm gonna go to Miss Kim. Thank you
Okay.
so much. All right. Miss Kim, you still there? I see with your hand up.
Wait, do I still have my hand up, or should I put it
Yes.
down? All right, I was done. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh,
Ignore
that's
that.
fine.
Ignore that hand. Okay.
That's all right. I saw some Miss Ivy. I think I saw Miss Ivy, but I think she's left. So
I got a suggestion.
go ahead, Mella.
So when you talking about going to Giant and stores like Safeway, you kind of got to do it like what we have to do now. The old days, in community policing, we used to just go talk to the manager. You can no longer talk to the manager. If you want something from Giant and you want them to do something, donate something to you, gift cards, you have to do a letterhead and send it to the corporate office. They'll give it to you, but you just have to give it to the corporate office. The
Okay.
days of going to the store and just talking to the manager, which most managers won't tell you to do that. you have to go through the corporate office now. So like everything when we do our events,
Mm-hmm.
we send a letter to the corporate office. And then the corporate office, a Target or Giant, one of them will let us know what they'll give us and what we can do. So
Okay, so you
you might have to start with that. Like usually y'all letterhead
yes.
from Civic Association. You can
Mm-hmm.
go and look at like you've been to Hillcrest Heights.
Right.
You see how Hillcrest Heights do it.
Yeah.
And Hillcrest Heights give how they draw the kids in. They give a scholarship every year. Most people don't know about.
Yeah, I know about it.
And they do a dinner. They do a
Mm-hmm.
dinner that night, and people pay to come to the dinner, and they serve them food, and they have a party, and they give out scholarships. They do that every year to
Right.
raise money. So that's one way y'all might want to start, getting more members out in youth is kind of like roll that model. Because like you said, everybody looks at Camp Springs because Camp Springs has always been the top up there.
Right.
Um, like you said, block captains and stuff like that, everything.
Because
So
it helps out
yeah,
you guys. I was talking to I was calling to corporate no, I was talking to what's the sergeant at the Christmas party. And we was talking like he was like, yeah, if we hit the block cabinets, that'll help out because now we have people that we can just go to and say, how's things on the block? How's things okay? It's a communication thing
well,
that's going on.
it wasn't even that. They used to just call us, and then
Right, exactly.
every year, y'all had a big like parade.
Right.
Everybody came out, had their little civic association shirts on, neighborhood watch shirt. Y'all had the biggest neighborhood watch. Y'all had everything, and we come out on the bicycles and we ride with y'all. We all go through the neighborhood. People was coming out and joining and stuff like that. And
We need to
you
do that
might want
better.
to start. Like we can help you out. I did it with people in Hillcrest Heights, Ashford community during the springtime and stuff, we had a community walk. Most of the time on Wednesdays or Thursday night evenings, around 5:30, 6 o'clock, during
Hmm.
when the times change, because you're getting people as they're getting off work,
Right.
and you get to talk to them. So then you can get them to come out, and then most of these people that's moving in, they bring their kids to let them see how it is. So you might want to think like a little bit of them things, but yeah, definitely send a corporate letter.
Yeah,
Send your letter.
that's a great idea. And not only that, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start. It's not too late either. I'm gonna start making a relationship with those corporate offices. Like send them a letter, say, hey, from the community, Happy New Year, from the Camp Springs Civic Association, just to keep a
Yeah.
steady. So when I ask, they're like, who is this? Nah, I'm like, nah, we've been feeding you that information, saying how you doing from way back. So that good. Thank you, Miller. That's a good idea. That is a
Anytime,
great idea.
anytime.
Yes, sir. Miss Ivy, are you there? Thank you.
Yes, good evening. I just
Good
had a
evening.
question. Thanks for explaining why we're not meeting in the schools any longer. But what happened with the committees that we used to have as part of the structure of the organization to support volunteerism based on your interests and your skills and to ultimately support succession planning, as we're talking about.
Well, from when I came in 2017 to the Civic Association, around about 2018, one of the things that I noticed, and like I said, when I got there, it was packed, but the
Mm-hmm.
people were older, and so a lot of people were getting sick and dying off, and who was on those committees. But I never saw a whole bunch of young people coming up. You got to have the mix. You got to have the mix, and you can't have just all the same age, the same people. You got to constantly campaign to get people in. I didn't see that, and so once I became vice president, volunteering, I noticed that the president she was on all type of committees, like I am, because there was no other people to fill those voids. We need people to stand in.
I agree. I agree. So do the committees still exist? That's my
Yeah, oh yeah,
question.
yeah. The committees, if whatever committee you need. All we gotta do is get you to volunteer. Join
Okay,
the
I
yes.
mean, well, it's just, well, people have a tendency to hold on too long to whatever they're doing and not necessarily train or pass it on, to the youth so they can take it over or to someone else.
I mean,
Period.
you saying something before me. You might be telling the truth, but
You're right. You're right because
yeah.
I've been a member of this organization over 30 years. I no longer live in Camp Springs, but I
Mhm.
still support.
And we appreciate that.
I was my son went to Crossland. I was on PTA and crossing all of that. All of that. I do HOA on my organization too. So yeah, I'm willing to help, but I'm a structure person. I need to know exactly what it is. People need some structure.
Right. But
you
if you're a
know
structured person,
um
then you'll
I'm
you'll
a
you'll fit
structured
in.
person. I need to know what the committees are, and we had good, and I think that's a way to promote what it is that we need people to do, is to, yeah, talk about those committees and say we need blah 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 to do XYZ by such and such a date, so people can start volunteering, a little at a time, in the areas that they're interested in. And
Right.
right now we're collecting ideas about everything at all sorts of levels, which is great. But I think we can really focus on, the committees and promoting the committees to do, these ideas,
Right.
as well as continue with marketing the meeting virtually, since it costs to meet in person anywhere, whether it's with park and planning, the library, the school. It costs now.
Right.
So we really going to have to embrace the virtual opportunity. We can work the virtual opportunities, with the structure and
Right.
and
One of the things I started out with saying is that we need people. Now the
right.
committee, we can have 1,000 committees, but if we ain't got no people, then what's that gonna do? We gotta get a bunch. We gotta get a fun bunch together. Then I can place people in positions or find out what their interests are. But we gotta get the people in. We gotta get people involved because everyone is they say they want to be involved, but when you give them a task, I think that frustrates them. I don't know. It's just people just different.
Yeah, you're right. That people are different. So
People
yeah,
different.
like I'm saying, yes, some people, they want some structure. They want somebody to be able to, show them before they take on the assignment. Yeah, so you're right. People are different. So we're gonna have to look at it, a lot of different ways, like you say. But I love the description of the committees, and maybe that needs to be updated to,
If you want to take that on and give us some
I
structure,
mean,
that'd be
sure, I
perfect.
can do that. I mean, I've looked at them, I think last year, because I wanted to adopt them for my HOA. I updated them for my HOA, but since HOAs and civic associations are different, so
Yeah.
we didn't have to do that, but they were in good shape, to describe what it is that you're asking people to do, and people want to know that. So yeah, I'll take that on. I can pull it
Yeah,
out and
because
dust it
if
off.
you can help us out with the committees and make them more streamlined and right to the point and make people understand what their duties are, that'd be helpful because then when they say, well, what committee? Well, this is
Right,
bam, 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 bam. Oh, I can do that. All right, great.
right. But
Maybe,
we
maybe
can at
that's the
least we can at least use it to market, to get the people. To
yes.
get people, to help market, to get people to volunteer based on their interest, and their skill set, and what we need done.
Yes, ma'am. I really
Thank
appreciate that.
you.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
welcome.
Put your information in the chat or reach out to us because not saying you, I don't want nobody to take it personal, but I've been hearing a lot of people doing a lot of talking, and I'm using my fingers. They do a lot of talking, but when this is over, it can't be seen or found. I love them though. I love them though. I don't hold no grudge because I understand times change in a minute, you know. But people do a lot of talking. I'm just saying they talk a lot, but when it comes to the doing the work, they be like this amount. And it's okay though, because I don't take it personally. But anybody else have anything, some things to say? Because this is a great conversation. I really appreciate the community coming out and giving their opinions and their suggestions. This is just really what I wanted. Anybody else have some information? Let me
Hey,
look at my.
Delonte,
Yes.
this is Charmaine. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Charmaine.
So I don't know if I'm keeping up with the chat, but Miss Sheila had a great suggestion. I didn't want the meeting to end and not highlight that
Okay.
she was saying about partnering with the restaurants. Like we have a restaurant night and the kind of focus, we all kind of go there, do business, and then we get some of the proceeds from that night. I think that's a great idea for a fundraiser and also just to kind of get the community connected with the local businesses. And Topolino will probably be a great one to start with.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea.
Thank you, Miss Sheila. That was a great idea.
I think that's a great idea. I can tell everybody in the chat. All right, I meet y'all at Topolino's. We pack the house, and then we can have a good time and really get down to see our neighbors, talk with our neighbors, and come together and collab and just come together and have a good family time. I mean, we live in this community. We all together. We go there we probably go there, don't even speak to each other. How you doing? Just speaking. No, now we can sit down and break some bread together or lasagna or whatever they have. Thank you so much.
Do we have a chairperson for the fundraising committee?
No, ma'am. We can do that.
Sounds like whoever just brought that idea up, execute.
Hey, that's right. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Put your information. Shop. We go to the next person. Beverly R.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Happy New Year.
Good. Yes. Happy New Year. Beverly Randall here. Delonte, can I get your email address? Would you put it in the chat or something? And I'm listening, and so far I like the stuff that I heard, and I love you keep mentioning it as softly as possible that talk is cheap, We must all get ready to act, and I've been to a lot of these meetings and stuff moving real slow. I'm a prompt and active person, and I'm willing to help, but like the lady shared before, some kind of platform or format for those of us who don't know exactly, where to land ourselves or land our engine. I'm here. I'm telling you, I'm ready. I'm willing. But
this is right. This is our time. This is our time to show other communities how we run it.
Yeah. Watch this. So don't forget to put your contact information.
Yes.
I got a lot that me and you can talk about and find out where I can place myself. But one question I wanted to just throw out, and I hope
it's in the chat. It's in the chat, man.
Okay, and I put a question in the chat too, and wanted to know and everybody to hear it. My concern is, where do I, as a concerned citizen of this community, and does the Camp Springs Civic Association have information on how to access information about businesses that are proposing? They haven't opened up yet. They have a desiring to open up in this community before it happens. Is there a mechanism in place that someone, and even us as a civic association, should be aware of any business that's getting ready to open up? And let me just say this real quick. Why I say that is because at the corner of Allentown and Brinkley, that's Brinkley. At the corner of Allentown and Brinkley Road, right there, across from Strickland, I believe that is Funeral Home, there's a big a dumping site now for what do you call it? I don't know if it's cement and cinder block. Anybody travel it on that when you're coming down that hill on Brink, it's right at the corner. And I remember some time ago there was a sign saying that a church was coming there.
Yeah, it was a church.
It was a church supposed to come right across the street from Strickland Funeral Home, and now it's turned into a sawmill or a dusting and pipes holding place. It looks so ugly. So that was a big lie. What happened to the church that was supposed to come, and how did it just end up being built grounds material place for holding cement and concrete and dirt, and it just looks ugly. So that's my concern, and that's a loaded question. But I want to know: is there a
Okay.
place where
Well,
individual can go, or we can go as a civic association? We should be all in the business, and that's
yes.
my concern.
So there is a website. Maybe John can help me. There's a website that we all, I know as a president, I'm subscribed to it, and I think other members are subscribed to it. Where they have by law they have to send out notifications of people asking for license for things.
Mm-hmm.
They when they trying to open up something in your community,
Mm-hmm.
they have to send that information out to you and let you know that, hey, we proposing this and proposing that, and that's how we get heads up of what's going on in the community. But now that you say that, I'll just wrote down here, we need like a like almost like a new business page on our website that shows, hey, they proposing this, and here's the meeting, or here's the number for if you propose this, or you don't like this or whatever.
Absolutely.
We probably need that on our website so you guys can know what we know. You
Yes,
know.
absolutely. And let me just jump in real quickly.
Yes,
Small
ma'am.
thing is, and I am not just talking, no action. If you all decide to do that, however you plan to make that come to fruition, I'll be a part of it. That's why I want your email. If you want to give me your phone number, or you can
Yes,
have
this is
my
both in the
email.
chat.
Okay, so that we can continue to talk. I want to be a part of that right there, because the neighborhood, with so many things leaving, like the banks and whatnot, and just leaving these abandoned buildings,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
starting to look real ugly and cheap. So
Yes, ma'am.
I want
That's
to be
one.
a part of that.
We don't want to see no empty store lots. We don't
Mhm.
want to see no no boarded up buildings. No, we don't want none of that. We want you to, if you leave. We can bring somebody else in there.
Absolutely. I want to be a
And no
part of
more
that.
smoke, no more smoke shacks, and no more gas stations, and no more
Yes, yes,
We ain't
yes.
doing that. All right, I'm gonna go right on. Miss Wigfall,
Yeah,
are you there, Miss?
I am here just to pivot in another area on messaging and awareness. Have we ever considered going to the food giveaways just to make people aware right at the school? I can't think, Marshall, I think that's the
Yeah,
name.
Thurgood Marshall. Yes, I volunteered several times there.
Okay, so we have gone there to make folks aware of the association and things that's going on in the Camp
Yes,
Spring.
ma'am. I have my shirt on because I'm working. I have my shirt on, and when the people come up, I wish I was there to be there handing out the bags myself, but I'm constantly I was constantly putting bags and stuff together.
Okay.
You know, because they did send out a volunteer. We sent out a volunteer. They asked for volunteers, but a few people showed up.
Had no clue. I wasn't
Yes,
aware.
ma'am. We put on the website. We send it out. Hey, join,
That
come
would
in.
be,
Hey, we need a
yeah, I
food
wouldn't
drive.
mind doing that. That would be a good avenue for messaging. That's
Yeah,
all.
because all of us in our shirts looking like gangs in New York. We just walking through talking about something. Get this food bag. Of course, that's gonna look nice.
Yeah,
That's gonna look nice. It's gonna look like we one unit.
right.
All right.
Okay, that's all I had. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Miss what's that? Charlie Marie. See with your hand up.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Good evening and happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So I just wanted to chime in to speak to Miss Beverly's question about the dump site at the corner of Brinkley Road and Allentown. I live off of Brinkley Court. That church, there was a sign for a church. My understanding is that the church is leasing that space to WSSC. All of the pipe work and the underlying water lines that have taken place on Allentown, that is their hub. That is where all the dirt fill and all the materials they need. The piping has all been stored there for, I feel like it's been a 3-year project so far. But living right there at almost the site, yes, it is the eyesore, but that is what is going on that corner. So until that project, you all should have maybe received flyers from WSSC talking about the final leg of the project. But hopefully once that work is done and completed, that area can come back to looking more presentable.
Okay. One of the things I'm gonna follow up. WSSC has reached out to me, and they want to have a meeting with us in February, which is not one of our days to have our meeting. But I suggested that we haven't, because they want to reach out and talk. They want to reach out and talk to us about their project. What stage they're at, and I need to get back with them. But I tried to set up a meeting over at the Splash Park because they wanted to do a presentation and they wanted us to come to that meeting. And I try to do that, but I'm gonna reach back out to them because I told them that we don't have any money. That's gonna it's gonna cost. I think it costs maybe $100 or whatever they're charging over there. But it costs to host the meeting over there, and they decided to go with Zoom. So I'm gonna reach back out to them, and I'll send out some information of what's going to take place, because it's not in February. That's not one of our meeting days. But if they willing to have it later on in our meeting, I'll just have them at our meeting so they can let everybody know what's going on, and we can bring up that spot over there and how long they're going to have it, and what they're going to do afterwards they leave. How they going to leave it? They're going to just abandon it or what? 'Cause, that church, we don't know if the church still got the money or still have the lease or whatever. So we'll see how that goes.
Yes, I don't know the status if the church sold that area or they've been leasing it this time, or they changed plans in terms of their building, but that is what that mess is on the corner. But I also wanted to lend my services. I'm an educator, 22 plus years. So all the talk about the kids and where they are and pulling them in, it's a rough business, but it's a necessary.
It's necessary, because when we get old, if we don't teach them how to treat women, women to treat men, and watch out for men and boys, and women watch out. If we don't teach that balance, we're gonna be older. They ain't gonna be respecting us. They ain't gonna respect us because they're not gonna know. We have to teach them. We have to show. We have to just raise these youth. These are our youth. When you see them out there, hey, bro, young man, don't do that. That's not how we act. Young lady. That's not that. We have to be. I do that everywhere I go.
But I will. Disclaimer: don't be frustrated. But the work
I'm
is
not
hard,
frustrated.
and you have to penetrate. No, I'm saying this youth now. You say, "Hey, homie, don't do that." They're gonna cuss you out.
It doesn't matter. I don't take it
They're
personally.
gonna clap back.
I'm a
Correct.
little
I'm just
different.
letting the masses know that
Yeah.
don't take it personal. But these kids are hurting. There's a lot of trauma,
We know
and
that.
they lash out.
Yeah, we know that. God has blessed me with more than I can even imagine. I am so blessed and thankful. I have no choice at all, but to help my community. That's it. That's me right there. I have no choice. He blessed me way too much. I am so grateful and thankful. Even in my bad days, I'm happy. So, cussing me out, it's okay. I don't take it personal. I love the people too much. I love the people too much. All right, let's see, who is this? Norisa?
Norcia.
Norcia. How you doing, Norcia?
Fine.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy new season to you.
New
I
season.
think
Yes, Queen. Yes,
new
Queen.
season. New season.
Yes.
You met me when you was giving out flyers, and I told you I was ready to go on my cruise, and you was ready to have a meeting.
That's right.
And I
That's
told
right.
you when I get back, when you have a meeting, I will be there.
I appreciate you following through. So you followed through. I'm glad. Yes, there we go. All right. So now I can't say I got to take a little words back now. And then she showed up. She showed up as she said. I'm so
Yeah.
thankful and grateful.
Okay. I'm one of the people live next door to the, I don't know what it is, the pipe situation. And what I heard is the church supposed to release it because Edward had a meeting on it. And we went over there to the sports center over there. He talked about the construction and as far as falling in the holes and they behind and what have you. But I live right next door to it.
Okay.
Right next door to it. And it does make it look ugly. And as far as the houses and stuff, I know that I've been here 26 years. Both of my girls graduated from Crossland. I was PTSA president and vice president at Crossland. And I still affiliate with Crossland far as my church, St. Paul United Methodist Church. We still partnership with them on different events they have at the school, which we just now did one for Thanksgiving. We just went there for Thanksgiving, and we donated some money to the school to help, people that didn't have food. You know, that's what's going on. But I understand exactly what you're saying. You got to get the people.
Yeah.
I mean, folks are always sitting there talking, but when it's time to sit there and roll up the sleeve, you don't see them.
Yes. And you know what? Something you just said to me that it just came to my mind. What if we got maybe the youth
Mm-hmm.
at Thurgood and at Crossland and
Mm-hmm.
even the senior center to because that property is surrounded by fence, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
What if
Mm-hmm.
what if we have them do some paintings or pictures or something like that and just post them all on that fence? Take away the that soreness, that eyesore, make it into something where people are like, oh, that's nice, instead of looking empty over there.
That's what they do in DC. They always do that. They usually put like pictures and stuff up, some of the construction places. I said, oh, that
Mhm.
looks nice, even though they doing improvement. But like the young lady, like the lady said, you gotta go out to get the children. It's hard. It's hard. I mean, the
No, but
pandemic did not help. It did not
I
help.
mean,
But we
I'm
gotta
going.
find
I'm
ways
gonna go
to
to the
make them
PTA.
come in.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the PTA meeting. I think I got a meeting. I'm gonna go to the PTA meeting. Let me see if I can bring that up and see if I can spearhead the kids in Crossland. But I need to reach out to Thurgood and see if we can have that so they can just do some paintings or do something about Camp Springs and just post it up there and take away the eyesore in our community. I think
Okay,
I think I
yeah,
think I think that will work.
yeah, and we have a lot of we got a couple of eyesores, like you said, building houses, board it up. I got a house back of me 15 years. I'm like, just a minute, who own it? I asked that question, and I reached out to Mr. Burrow's office. And they told me the bank owned it. I was trying to
Yeah,
figure out who owned that place because this is ridiculous.
yeah, it's ridiculous. That's why we're trying to come together so we can work. I'll move on to Miss Beverly R. You next up, Miss Beverly R.
All right,
I
but
just
Thank you, thank you,
I'm
ma'am.
here to help too. I'm
Yeah,
here.
put your information in the
I
chat.
am. I'm gonna
Yeah,
do. I'm gonna do.
real
thank you so
quickly, I
much.
just wanted to say that was a very good thought about the paintings around that ugly eyesore, because I just want
Yeah,
to throw in something. I don't want to be negative, but I ride through a lot of communities. I mean, especially Virginia, and you don't hardly see in your residential neighborhoods that nobody come and make a pipe dumping spot and they get new pipes underground like they did here. That was just thrust upon us like that under this deception and without the further information, because I know I watch my mail, but I could have missed something. Where did it say that, oh, the church is not going to have a church, but the church has leased it out to WSSC at this site right here? But you thinking right, because you just said you're going to go to the meeting and find out how long are they planning to be there, and we all need to know about it.
yeah.
How long?
I'm gonna invite them to us.
Yeah, we need to know how long they, because they do. If we don't say nothing, they continue to make dumping grounds in our neighborhood. But you ride around some of your affluent neighborhoods that, I mean, got these beautiful homes. Not that our homes don't look good. You never see nobody come and say, "Oh, we're gonna put a church," and then all of a sudden it wouldn't happen. So we got to tighten up our act, young or old. We ain't too old to have a voice, and we need to come together. I'm telling you, I'm willing. Use me. I
Oh,
keep
that's right.
saying it,
God
but
using me, so He using me, so I ain't got no worries. Let's go. I ain't got no worries. All right, let's go to Miss Marie. You got your hand up again? Charlie?
Yeah, sorry, I was having trouble unmuting.
Okay.
Um, I have a relative that works at Crossland. He
Mm-hmm.
is one of the HVAC instructors, so I can be a point of contact in terms of maybe getting information from him in terms of the art department or whatever at Crossland to create a mural. What I
That'd be
see, I
nice.
work in DC, so I pass what one of our neighbors is referencing in terms of the artwork around construction sites. So I can definitely volunteer my time and efforts to
Appreciate
try to
that.
get that moving, get that spearheaded. I was looking, sorry, I'm out of breath. I was running in the house trying to find the pamphlet. So the project is scheduled to end spring of 2026. Now, again, if they're on time, but I did recently receive this December 22nd, 2025. So
Okay, so they just sent out something.
WSSC sent this out. I received it the week of Christmas, and according to this, they are 99% done.
Okay.
And they gave contact information in terms of the contact supervisor and inspector and things like that. If the community wants that or did not receive it, I have no problem taking, a screenshot or a picture of it and passing it on.
Yes, ma'am. Probably we can probably use that to put it to the website so people can go and look at that.
Okay.
So they can get that information. I need to check my mailbox. Maybe they send me one too.
Yeah, and it was real incognito. It just
Oh, okay.
says, because it's a thin, kind of a legal size piece of paper, but tri-folded for closure for failure, and it just says WSSC. Like it was nothing alarming outside of you flipping it over, maybe seeing a construction hat to make you
Mm-hmm.
think to open it. Like any other time, I would have checked
Okay.
it. Oh, it's junk mail. I don't need this. Just a random flyer, but it did provide a little snapshot of information that gives a visual of the main replacement location and their final stage. Looks to be right there by the Wawa. I'm sorry, not Wawa. Rural Farms.
Yes. Okay. All right. Who else got their hand up? Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
No, see, as you got your hand still up, and Miss Beverly R. You both of y'all still got your hands up? All right. Thank you. Anyone else has anything? Anything else that we? I mean, I can talk about a whole lot of things, but my whole point. Okay, hold on, Angel. I apologize, but so Angel, say what you got to say.
No, don't apologize. I got on here a little late, so I'm a little late to the game, so I don't know everything that has been said.
Okay.
But Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
And I've just been listening to the conversation since I joined, and I appreciate everyone who wants to get involved and help out with the Camp Springs Civic Association. I started helping out when John was vice president, and I've been helping the Civic Association for a long time now. And it would be really good if people would volunteer to help because we could definitely get more things done. And I know people want us to be out and about. They want us to be able to communicate more. And I know the President Delonte has said this. With mailers and getting information out through the mail, all that costs money. And that's why we're so hard on people joining the Camp Springs Civic Association. And I know you all want to see the work that we're doing. And we are actually doing work. There are a lot of things that we have done. And I always tell Delonte, hey, when you do something, write it up, let it be known, let's post it, let's get it on our website. And a lot of people say, well, I didn't know we had a Camp Springs Civic Association. I didn't know we had this, I didn't know we had that. And a lot of times we can't do our mail outs like we used to do years ago in the past. So we do a lot of stuff on our website. And so during this meeting, I just want to ask people, hey, if you want to find out what's going on or if you want information, visit our website. You don't have to do it like every week, but at least once a week to find out what's going on. Send your information to us. I'm pretty sure Delonte has dropped in the chat. I'm not sure.
Yes, my email. Yes.
His email address, and I'll give you the one for the website. I mean, the one for the actual Civic Association. But if you want to volunteer, if you want to help, if you want to know how you can get involved, if you want to know how you can join, send him an email. Let him know, and I'm happy to get the information to you or help you figure out a way to do it. And I just wish we all could just work together and come together and this year to make the Civic Association really what it could be, because there are a lot of things in our community that we're frustrated with, but there are good things in our community. And we also need you all, if you have students, kids who are in school, talk to your principals and your vice principals about getting involved with the Camp Springs Civic Association, because we reach out to them, but they don't want to come back to us with anything. So it's kind of hard when we're going to them, asking them to join our meetings, to have a conversation about what's the school doing. We can't get them to engage with us, and we want the engagement. If you know of groups and organizations within the area who want to reach out to us, to partner with us, and so we can get things out to the community and get the resources out to the community, as well as just partner with us, host one of our meetings. We're happy to work with them. And so just want to get that information out. And please forgive me, there's been a lot going on this week with me, personal wise and work wise, but we can do this.
Yeah, we
2026
can.
is going to be Camp Springs' new year.
That's what
So
it's all about.
let's all work together and try to get this done. But I appreciate any volunteers to
Yes,
help
I think a
out.
lot. I think a lot. Angel, I told him. I said volunteer. I say, yeah. A lot of people talking about they will volunteer. I say, yeah, but sometimes they just phase out. I was like, nah,
Actions speak louder than words. So we want
yeah,
to see more action this year.
yeah.
Thank you, Delonte.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All your help, all your help, all your hard work is unbelievable. And I want to say just thank you. And that's why you make me push harder to try to get more help because I see all the work that you do. And it needs to be recognized. Thank you so much. All right. Anyone else has some ideas or things that we should that we can bring the community together, volunteer, or just try to make our community better. There's nothing that's out of the park. This is your community. You live here like I live here. And we got to take care of our neighborhoods and our streets and making sure that our politicians do right by us. This is what the Civic Association is about. It's about civics, making sure that we as the people, the citizens of Camp Springs, making sure we take care of us. And that means making those relationships with those people who empower so they can do for us. When there's issues, we can get those things handled. When there's opportunity that we're right there in line to receive those things. Camp Springs is loud because we want it all. When I get old, I want to do everything I can that I can bring everything around me. So when I'm old, I can go, everything be in my community. I don't have to go nowhere. We also reached out to the parks over there with Wilbury Park. I think it's named Wilbury Park. We reached out to them and said, hey man, y'all gotta do something with our parks. And they put money into our parks. We had to go out there and say this is what we need. So the more miles, the more loud we get, the more things we can get and more power we have. I just think that we live here. We should have the safest streets. Hopefully, we can work on some lower taxes. But anyway, I think this was a great meeting. If anybody has anything else, if you want to volunteer, please put your information in the chat. We'll find some place for you. I mean, we need. I mean, there's nothing that's too small for us. I was even thinking about an idea where if someone in the community had a lawnmower business, or they cut grass, because we have a lot of seniors who are like 80 years old and up who have on fixed incomes and they can't get out there and cut their grass, or they can't pay that money to cut their grass. But I want to partner with our people who live here and say, go cut Mr. Johnson's grass. Oh, they didn't even think about it. Let me go cut the grass to make our whole block look good. How one of the things, I'm gonna tell you something else. There's a few houses down from me when I first moved here, and the house was empty. Every time I cut my grass, I go down there and cut that grass, and the grass was high, and their yard was large. But I did not want to be on a block where everything looks nice, and then I get to that one house. I did not want that, so I went down there, spend my money, my time, my hard work, my sweat, and cut that grass because I wanted my street to look nice. I'm driving past it was empty. I made sure that I put a lock on that door, but I was making sure that the house that we ain't had no squatters. I made sure of that until someone moved in. But those are the things that I do. I help my neighbors when they trash cans out. I bring their trash cans in. I don't ask them. I just bring their trash cans in because I don't want. They might be out of town. I just bring their trash cans in. Thank you, Delonte. No problem. No problem. I just try to be a good neighbor. I want the best. This is a Barrows he does have a program for lawn care, but sometimes we can do it ourselves. If we have, I mean, you got the people in the neighborhood, they got their own business. Man, cut everybody on the whole block on the street should have to have the grass cut. Or at least in a couple of houses back and forth if they older. We have a lot of older people in my street, so I don't mind helping them. But anyway, has anyone else anything else to say? Because I think I'm just happy to have to talk to you to you, the community, and I'm just happy and thankful that I'm in this position to serve you guys. It don't cost me no money. I'm giving my time away. I'm giving my time to you. I'm giving my attention to you to serve you, and I think that's what I'm here for. You know, God has made me that way. All right, Miss Marie.
Just wanted to let everyone know, I don't know if everybody's watching or staying in the chat. I placed a copy of the letter I mentioned in the chat if you wanted to take a look. But I don't mind forwarding this image for you to upload if you can't pull it from the chat, if you wanted to put it on the website like you mentioned.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
No problem.
All right. Yeah. So that's what it is. I just want Camp Springs to be the best. I want my community to be the best. I ain't worried about everybody. I'm gonna help everybody else, but right now I want Camp Springs to be the best, and I want us to walk around with that because we gonna put in that hard work. We gonna make our community better. We gonna go to these meetings when stuff ain't right and like, no, we Camp Springs. We're not going for that because we control our destiny. Angel.
I just forgot to mention, Delonte, did you mention the survey that we sent out to
Yes,
on the flyer? You did mention that. Did
I
anyone
did.
drop that in the chat, or do you need me to drop it in the chat? Because this will help people also give us feedback on what else we can do and maybe pass it on to their neighbors. Say, hey, Camp
Yeah.
Springs Civic Association is doing a survey. They want to know what they need to do better.
Yes, you could. Yes, you
Fill it
could.
out.
Yes, because definitely let us know what we need to improve on. Definitely, because we can't see it all. We have all your eyes looking at us. So yes, you can drop it in there. I did mention the flyer. I made some points. We did talk about the robocalls and flyers, and I let them know that that's going to cost money and stuff like that. And you mentioned that too about the flyers. And also somebody put on here where to send the dues. This is a part of the website. And if somebody's website savvy can help us with the website, because like I said, we're thin. We're strong, but we're thin, and we're not gonna give up. But any help will make that better. And we was talking about, somebody said a community day, and we were talking about that earlier. It takes people. It takes people and planning, and us to go to these businesses and have them donate to us, and so we don't have to spend a lot of money. Um, but that takes planning. It takes a lot of business. It takes a lot of footwork, and things of that nature. And tech experience. If, like I said, if you can help with the website, if you tech savvy, we'll take the help all day long, because you may help on one thing and somebody else help another thing. And I mean, just take you 5 minutes, take this person 5 minutes, and take this other person 5 minutes. Those little things help so much. It helps so much because it's not on one person taking all day to do all these things. Because we're constantly bringing in flyers of what's happening in the community. We're trying to get information what's happening in the community, upload it to the website, and sometimes it's overwhelming because other people got lives. But if you guys spend a little bit of time of your free time just to help out, it'll help out. Miss Marie. Miss, you got your hand up, Miss Marie. Oh,
Sorry.
no problem. No problem. But anyway, I appreciate the community. Um, I'm going to keep on. We all. It's not just me. Let me take that back. We all. It's a lot of us, and we're out here um, trying to serve you and ourselves. Make sure our community are better. Better. It's better. It's best for us. We would love to volunteer and meet. I think that dinner. What I write down, the dinner. I think that's going to be something else. If we plan to do something like that, go at Topolino's and have like a community dinner. That would be that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. A community dinner. Oh, that'd be something. That'd be something else. I would meet everyone. We can have some conversations, some real conversations on how we can move together as one. I think that's a real thing there. I'm gonna see if I can make that happen. But anyway, if anyone has anything else, I think I talked enough. I'm a little under the weather. I just started working this week. I've been off for 6 months, and I'm like in workshop. So I want to say thank you to the community. I want to thank everybody who's given their opinions and who shout out to volunteer. I really appreciate you all. I can't explain how happy I am just to be in this community, and alive today. It's so good. If anybody has anything else, we can close it out. We'll keep everybody here all night long.
Thank you, Mr. Harrison. Very good meeting.
Yes, ma'am. This is your meeting.
All right.
I was paying attention, Ms. Beverly. I was paying attention to all the other meetings,
Yes.
and I noticed one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was getting talked to, but the community wasn't talking.
Absolutely.
The community wasn't speaking. So I was like, nah, I want to hear what you guys to say.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have great ideas. You live in here just like I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to thank you all. We're going to close this meeting out. If anybody has anything else.
When's the next meeting?
So our next meeting is, I'm on the phone. It's the 12th of May. Am I right?
March the 12th.
March the 12th. Yes, March the 12th. Thank you. March the 12th.
Okay. All right. Everybody have a blessed evening.
Everybody have a safe, blessed evening. Welcome to Camp Springs. If you're new, and everybody being here, it's good to see you. I'm so happy and grateful for you being here tonight. I want y'all to be safe, and let's make our community the best. That's all I have to say.
All right.
Everybody have a great night.
All right.
Good night.